Hello, leadership team. I'm Gilbert Sigururema, and I would like to share with you the debrief of the first segment of the report. So, I've been conducting a personal analysis of countries where Acme wants to expand its sales. Those countries are France, China, and India. I also conducted a personal analysis of Vietnam uh, because Acme wants to establish a manufacturing plant in Vietnam. So I found out that the factors which affect international business operations are the following. First is the exchange rate. So as Amadeo explained in 2017, exchange rate is the rate at which one currency can be exchanged for another. So exchange rate are determined by foreign exchange market. For example, let's say $1 equals 22,763.50 Vietnamese dong, or $1 equals 6.37 Chinese yuan, or $1 equals 68.05 ruble. See, like all those things, all those exchange rates are mostly determined by foreign exchange market. So Acme would benefit from the exchange rate since its currency is very stronger than the currency of the other countries. So its currency has much value than the currency of the other countries. Second is trade barriers. Like there's a trade barriers, there's a restriction that the government imposed on free international exchange of goods or services to make them less competitive or compared to local product. So there can be like technical requirements, custom duties, custom procedures, inefficient protection of intellectual property, maybe like barriers to trade in services and more. So all restrictions, like we have this in mind, all restrictions are not trade barriers. So, and the trade barriers that violates international agreement are illegal. For example, linguistic and cultural differences are trade restrictions, but not trade barriers. So then Acme will be at risk due to trade barriers like insufficient protection of intellectual property in Vietnam and others. So the third barrier, the third factor is tariffs. Tariffs, there's a tax imposed on import and export. Like they're helping the startup business in terms of protection, as well as like making them to develop or growing up. So tariffs also reduce the competition of domestic product and imported goods, since the cost of imports is higher than local goods. Furthermore, tariffs protect consumers in case just government impose high tariffs on harmful product. Like also tariffs used to protect domestic employment. Since the higher tariff does not affect domestic industries, since continuing to offer job opportunities in surrounding area. So finally, tariffs also can be used to retaliate against a country that has done wrong. So then, Acme, as I've been saying, Acme will be at risk, like since high tariffs will reduce its profit, and make the domestic industries more competitive than it would be. So as a conclusion, the international business is highly profitable. It requires clear planning. It is associated with barriers such as high tariffs, custom duties, insufficient protection of intellectual property, and so on. So I recommend that a company that wants to expand its business abroad like Acme should first conduct personal analysis to know political, economic, technological, social, social and environmental factors in the country where it is targeting. Thank you so much.